Hello everyone. Welcome to Indian Public School Surendranagar e-learning program. I am Dharmendra Dalsania, physics teacher at Indian Public School Surendranagar. Today we will start first chapter of physics. 12th की जो टेक्स्ट बुक है, टेक्स्ट बुक is divided into two parts. In first part there are total 8 number of chapters, and in second part there are 6 chapters. In first chapter, most of the chapters are related to electricity and magnetism. First two chapters is the part of electrostatic. That means in first two chapters we will learn only the things, only the concept, only the process related to charges at rest. चार्जेस है जब रेस्ट पे होते हैं तब उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज, उनके रिलेटेड फिनोमिनन्स, electric forces, electric fields. We will learn this type of concepts in first two chapters. Third and fourth chapter are lie in electrodynamics. That means थर्ड चैप्टर है हमारे जो चार्जेस है वो मोशन में आएंगे. जब चार्जेस मोशन में होते हैं तो उनके साथ रिलेटेड प्रॉपर्टीज है, फिनोमिनन्स, that are called electrodynamics. Electrodynamics and electrostatics are branch of physics. Then after fifth chapter is magnetism and matter, sixth chapter electromagnetic induction, seventh chapter alternating current, and the last chapter of part 1, that is electromagnetic wave. So today we will learn first chapter. We are starting first chapter of part 1, that is electric charges and field. Before starting the first topic, today in this video lecture we will learn only some basic concepts and history of discovery of charge. From the next lecture we will start some conceptual and concept and topics important for examination. So we start from the origin of word electric. What is the origin of word? Electric word is come from Greek language. Word electron. Electron is a Greek word. And in Latin language, this electron is called electron. A material named amber. A material named amber is called electron in Latin. तो आप सोचते होंगे कि ये एम्बर क्या है? What is amber? Amber is a material that is fossil. जो ट्रीज होते हैं, ट्रीज के स्टेम में सेमी लिक्विड, सेमी सॉलिड टाइप का ट्रांसपेरेंट ग्लू जैसा मटेरियल होता है, वो जब फॉसिल होता है उसको एम्बर कहते हैं. एम्बर इज अ मटेरियल सिमिलर टू रेजिन. आप सोचते हो कि एम्बर को इलेक्ट्रॉन से क्या रिलेशन है? Why this electric is named from this amber? There is a history for this. Now we learn discovery or history of electricity. In 600 before Christ, means approximate 2600 year before today, a scientist named Thales discovered that when amber is rubbed with silk cloth or woolen cloth, after rubbing this amber with silk or woolen, when it comes close to any small pieces of paper, light feathers, pieces of dry grass, it attracts it. And he explained that the reason of this attraction. So you are thinking that the discoverer of electricity is Thales, but it is wrong. If we give the total credit for discovery of electricity to only a single scientist. That is not right. There are so many scientists who gave their contribution for discovery of electricity. Hence, discovery is correct. Whenever it's rubbed with some wool or glass, wool or silk cloth, and when it brought close to pieces of paper, feathers or pieces of dry grass, it attracts it. That is correct. But his explanation was wrong. Thales explained that the reason for this force of attraction is similar to force of attraction between magnets. Means Thales explained that the reason for this attraction is magnetism. That is not correct. Then after, in 1600 AD, another scientist named William Gilbert. William Gilbert explained static electricity. विलियम गिलबर्ट ने स्टैटिक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ऐसा एक्सप्लेन की whenever any two objects are rubbed together, not any two objects, when any two proper objects, some special objects are rubbed together, they gain some charge, and that is called charging. Charging means gaining of electron by body. Both the object gain some charge, both object charge, and due to this charge on that object, like amber, when they come closer to piece of paper, they attract. So reason for attraction is charge, not magnetism. And he also explained discharging process. Discharging means losing of electron by any object. विलियम गिलबर्ट ने एक्सप्लेन किया कि जब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट जो चार्ज है वो अनचार्ज ऑब्जेक्ट के कांटेक्ट में आता है तो वो डिस्चार्ज होता है। हमने कई बार ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा कि जब हम प्लास्टिक की चेयर में बैठे हुए होते हैं और after sitting a long time in plastic chair, when another person touches us, sometimes we experience shock, electric shock. And there are sometimes a small spark, and sometimes we even can hear a sound like crackles, small crackles. When any object discharge, due to discharge of object, this spark and crackles are happening. कई बार ऐसा होता कि हमारी बाइक कभी बिगड़ जाती है तो उसका जो स्पार्क प्लग है वो प्लग हम साफ करते हैं। तो जब हम किक करते हैं बाइक को और वो प्लग को किसी मेटल के कांटेक्ट में रखते हैं तो वहां पे स्पार्क हमको दिखता है। That spark is also due to discharging process. And William Gilbert also explained that reason of lightning during thunderstorm. जो क्लाउड्स होते हैं, क्लाउड्स के एयर के साथ रबिंग की प्रोसेस के कारण क्लाउड्स चार्ज होते हैं, एंड ड्यूरिंग लाइटनिंग clouds discharge होते हैं. So lightning is the process of discharging of cloud. He explained lightning, but there is no its practical proof. But William Gilbert cannot prove it practically. The reason of lightning during thunderstorm. Then after some years, another scientist named Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin proved a reason of lightning due to discharge। बेंजामिन फ्रैंकलिन का एक फेमस काइट एक्सपेरिमेंट है, वो बहुत ही फेमस है। उन्होंने ये प्रैक्टिकली प्रूव करने के लिए एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया। फ्रैंकलिन ने एक काइट बनाई, पतंग बनाई, सिल्क के क्लॉथ में से एक काइट बनाई और उसको थ्रेड के थ्रू एयर में फ्लाई किया। और फ्रैंकलिन ने ऐसा सोचा था कि जब ये काइट फ्लाई करके क्लाउड के पास जाएगी, अगर क्लाउड चार्ज होगा तो उसका चार्ज ये थ्रेड थ्रू मेरे हाथ तक पहुंचेगा और उसके कारण I will experience some electric shock. But when Franklin was performed this experiment first time, he was disappointed. Nothing happened what he was thinking. उसको शॉक नहीं लगता है। दूसरी बार फ्रैंकलिन एक्सपेरिमेंट करता है। दूसरी बार एक्सपेरिमेंट करने से पहले वो ऐसा सोचता है कि शायद चार्ज को ये थ्रेड के थ्रू ट्रैवल करके मेरे बॉडी तक पहुंचना अच्छा नहीं लगता होगा, इसलिए वो एक मेटल की चाबी होती है, की को थ्रेड के साथ बांध के, थ्रेड के साथ टाई करके उसको अगेन फ्लाई करता है। एक दूसरी बार एक्सपेरिमेंट करता है तो भी उसको जो रिजल्ट की अपेक्षा थी ऐसा रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता है। और फिर फ्रैंकलिन ऐसा सोचता है कि शायद ये लाइटनिंग और ये सब प्रोसेस, जब लाइटनिंग हो तब ये काइट को फ्लाई करे तो ये एक्सपेरिमेंट पॉसिबल हो सकता है। तो वो फ्रैंकलिन वेट करता है वेदर चेंज होने तक। और अगेन जब लाइटनिंग की और रेन की पॉसिबिलिटी होती है तब वो अगेन काइट को फ्लाई करता है और क्लाउड तक काइट को पहुंचाता है। मगर इस बार भी वो वेट करता है, उसको शॉक नहीं लगता है। ड्यूरिंग दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट सडनली देयर इज अ रेन एंड ड्यू टू रेन द थ्रेड tied between kite and his body becomes wet and suddenly he gets shocked. It was the first and only time when a man become happy due to getting a shock, because his experiment becomes success. Thus, Franklin practically proved that lightning during thunderstorm is due to discharging of charge from cloud to earth. And we know that there are two types of charges, positive charges and negative charges. This nomenclature of type of charges, positive and negative, was also given by scientist Franklin. ऐसे ही ये पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव नोमेनक्लेचर नहीं दे दिया है, उसके पीछे भी बहुत सारे एक्सपेरिमेंट है, बहुत सारे साइंटिस्ट ने एक्सपेरिमेंट किए हैं। वो एक्सपेरिमेंट का स्टडी करके उसका कंक्लूजन निकाल के फ्रैंकलिन ने टाइप्स ऑफ चार्जेस के दो नाम रखे, पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव। और नाउ वी सी सम एक्सपेरिमेंट फ्रॉम which Franklin concluded and give positive and negative two types of charges. If we take a glass rod and a silk cloth, glass rod and silk cloth, and if we rub both together, then both gets charged. Similarly, if we take a plastic roll and a woolen cloth, and if we rub both, then both plastic roll and wool both get some charge. Suppose this is a a rigid support, and this is a non-metallic, non-conducting string. And this one is a glass rod, not simple glass rod rubbed with silk. So we say this is glass rod rubbed with silk, G. Now we prepare similar glass rod by rubbing it with silk. And if you bring this second glass rod rubbed with silk closer to this first one, then both will repel each other. This is the one experiment. Second, again, suppose this is a rigid support, this is a thread, non-conducting, and we tie a plastic rod rubbed with wool. Suppose this is a plastic rod rubbed with wool. We say it is this plastic rod. Again, we made a similar plastic rod rubbed with wool, and if we bring this similar plastic rod rubbed with wool closer to this first one, then again both will experience a repulsive force. Here also there is a repulsive force, and here also both will repel each other. Now if we select one rod glass rubbed with silk and another rod of plastic rubbed with glass, rubbed with wool. Suppose this is a plastic rod which is rubbed with wool, and this is another rod, that is glass rod rubbed with silk. And if we bring this glass rod closer to this plastic rod, then instead of repulsion, both this rod will attract each other. From this experiment, these are the three possibilities which are given here. And if we brought silk and wool rubbed with glass and plastic respectively close to each other, then both will attract each other. Similarly, if we brought two silk rod rubbed with glass close to each other, both will repel. And similarly, if we brought two woolen clothes rubbed with plastic rod close to each other, then they will repel each other. So from this set of experiment, again for this clothes, I write, if we take silk, if we take wool, silk, wool. In this case, if we take both silk clothes, then they will repel. In this case, both woolen cloth will also repel each other. Silk and woolen cloth will attract each other. From this series of experiments, they concluded that when there is a similar type of objects, there is a repulsive force, and when there is a different type of object, there is a attraction. See here is glass and glass with similar type of object, there are repulsive force. Plastic, similar type of object, there is repulsion. Dissimilar type of object, plastic, glass, attraction. Here silk, repulsion, similar type. Wool, similar type, repulsion. Silk and wool, different type of object, there is attraction. So from this, scientists concluded that there are two types of charges, similar and dissimilar charges, like and unlike charges, and concluded that like charges repel each other, and unlike charges attract each other. Then after, Franklin say these two type of charge as positive and negative after performing another experiment. After rubbing silk and glass cloth, if we make both this glass and silk in contact, and then after if we make two glass rod come close to each other, they will not repel. क्या होता है, हम ग्लास रोड को सिल्क के साथ रब करते हैं और रब सिमिलर ग्लास रोड रिपेयर करते हैं और डायरेक्टली दोनों को क्लोज लाते हैं तो रिपेयर करते हैं. मगर बिफोर दिस प्रोसेस अगेन इफ वी कॉन्टेक्ट ग्लास एंड सिल्क, ग्लास को सिल्क से रब करने के बाद थोड़ी देर बाद उसको कांटेक्ट में थोड़ी देर बाद रहने देते हैं और बाद में ये दोनों ग्लास को क्लोज लाते हैं तो देयर इज नो रिपल्सन. सो इससे साइंटिस्ट ने ऐसा कंक्लूड किया, व्हेन बोथ ग्लास एंड सिल्क brought in contact, both the dissimilar charges created on glass and silk neutralize, nullify effect of each other. And we know that opposite numbers when added having same magnitude, they nullify each other. So we think that there may be two type of charges. First one as positive and second one as negative. Franklin said charge produced on glass as positive, charge produced on silk as negative, charge produced on plastic as negative and charge produced on wood positive. So we draw these charges. Glass rod becomes positive after rubbing from silk. Here also this is positive, and we also know that two positive charges repel each other. Similarly, this plastic rod is negative, and this one also negative. Both are similar charges, like charges repel each other. This plastic rod is negative, and this glass rod is positive. So both will attract each other. Similarly here, this silk cloth is negative, both negative repel. Woolen cloth positive, both positive repel. Silk cloth negative and woolen cloth positive, both unlike will attract each other. Now you may think that why Franklin say the charge on glass positive and charge on plastic negative? Can we say the charge on glass negative and charge on plastic positive? There is a electrostatic series from which we can determine which object becomes positive and which object becomes negative due to friction, due to rubbing of both objects together. And one, we write that electrostatic series, and it is also called electron affinity series. Electrostatic series. First object of electrostatic series is human skin. Second one, rabbit fur. Fur means जो एनिमल्स होते हैं, एनिमल्स की स्किन पे जो हेयर है उसको फर कहते हैं. थर्ड वन ग्लास, और फोर्थ वन है ह्यूमन है, ड्राई है. फिफ्थ वन है नायलॉन. सिक्स्थ वन है वूल. सेकंड वन कैट फर मीन्स कैट की स्किन पे जो हेयर होते हैं वो कैट फर. देन आफ्टर एम्बर के बाद रबर बलून, एंड लास्ट वन प्लास्टिक. These are objects. Weaker tendency to gain electrons. Object which are come first in this series has a weaker tendency to gain electron, and objects at the bottom of series has stronger tendency to gain electron. That is, object that are come first in this series has tendency to become positive, likely to become positive, and objects at the bottom of series has tendency to become negatively charged. And this series, for example, if we rub glass rod with silk, silk is after cat fur, इसमें ये सिल्क एक छूट गया था, सिल्क इज एट 8th नंबर. Silk. If we rub glass rod with silk, then glass has a weaker tendency to gain electron with respect to silk. That is why, as silk has a higher, stronger tendency to gain electron, so silk will become negative by gaining electron, and glass rod will become positive due to losing electron. Similarly, if we rub plastic rod with wool, then plastic has a stronger tendency to gain electron, so it becomes negative, and this wool becomes positive. This is the reason why glass rod becomes positively charged and plastic rod becomes negatively charged. We will not remember this electrostatic series. This is not in syllabus of Gujarat board, neither in JEE or NEET. JEE NEET में जो क्वेश्चन आते हैं वो ऐसे मेमोरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन नहीं आते. Most of the questions are concept based. So no need to remember the series. We will remember only the objects which are important are glass one, nylon, silk, plastic and amber. These are sufficient. If you want, then you can write this series in your notebook. I will give you 5 seconds to take screenshot. Okay. I think सभी स्टूडेंट ने इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया. Our lecture, today's lecture is finished now. There is no homework which is written in your notebook for today's classroom, today's lecture. Your homework is an activity. आपको एक एक्टिविटी करनी है. ये जो सीरीज है, सीरीज में से कोई भी दो ऑब्जेक्ट आप सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. वो दो ऑब्जेक्ट सिलेक्ट करके उसको एक दूसरे के साथ रब करना है. रब करेंगे तो दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट चार्ज गेन करेंगे. One object will become positive and another will become negative. Then when you brought that charged object closer to small pieces of paper or light feather or pieces of dry glass, then they will attract towards this charged object. आपको ये एक्टिविटी करनी है और हमारा जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है स्कूल का, आपके क्लास का, वो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में आपको ये एक्टिविटी का वीडियो बना के सेंड करना है. मगर एक बात कंसीडर करनी है, वीडियो शुड नॉट बी मोर देन 3 मिनट लेंथ. वीडियो की लेंथ 3 मिनट या 3 मिनट से कम होनी चाहिए. जिस स्टूडेंट का बेस्ट वीडियो होगा उसको हम हमारी आईपीएस इंडियन पब्लिक स्कूल की जो यूट्यूब चैनल है उस पर पब्लिश करेंगे. और वीडियो को सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए नहीं बनाना है, उसके साथ आपको बैकग्राउंड में या एक्सपेरिमेंट के साथ ही साथ ये जो फ्रिक्शन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी सीरीज है उसका कांसेप्ट एक्सप्लेन करना है. Which object gains positively charge and which object gains negative charge and why pieces of paper attract towards this object. So we finish this lecture here. Happy learning.